What's up, guys? What's up, guys? We are back. We are back. We are back. All right. Coming to the chats. Let me make sure I'm in the chat so I can see everything. Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? What is up? What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope everybody see what's on everybody's mind. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, I am in the chat. I am in the chat. What's up? What's up? What's up? Cool, cool, cool. So we're in the chat there. Good, good, good. All right, cool. Yeah, guys, hope everyone's having a great Friday. I hop in here from time to time. Lots of things to talk about. Lots of things to talk about. Lots of things to talk about. So just going through everything. Quantum's landmark. Quantum computing. You guys know. If you guys don't know, I really like the stock market. I like to invest. It's one of my favorite things to do. Also, apparently blinding you guys with my light. So, let me go ahead. If you guys want if you guys are curious about any stock market picks or anything like that, we can talk. Typically, a lot of people don't really seem to. I wouldn't say a lot of people don't like my stocks, but a lot of times I just don't think people like the stock market as much as other things. And if we get a little bit, I just kind of want to go over the news, what I'm seeing. What I have here is I have Perplexity up right here. So let's see if bringing this up, we can check on this. Let's see here. Webcam. Let me make sure I have the right camera up. So right now we have the anchor. Okay, webcam's looking good. But as far as the screen, what are you guys seeing? You're seeing, I don't want you to see that screen. I want you to see the primary monitor. No, not that one. LSG monitor. There we go. There we go. That's the one we need to be looking at. Very good. I'll put my head up here in the corner and we kind of check out some moves, see what's going on in the world. And yeah, so what we got right here is we have the Quantum Land Park, Quantum Computing IPO. And let me know how the music sounds, guys. Let me know how the music sounds. Also, let me go ahead and grab this real quick, just so I can kind of have an idea. I like to keep the news on 24/7. I like to keep the news on 24/7. It pays to know what's going on in the world. And yeah, I'm looking into the chat. If anybody, whoever pops into the chat, come in here and say, hey, we talk about a lot of stuff in here. Rubio thanks Pakistan for Iran meditation efforts. That was published an hour ago. All right. We'll go and put this in here. All right. All right, all right, all right. Get my battery pack in. Guys, whoever comes into the chat, feel free to send me a message. Topics for discussion. We got a lot of things we can talk about. A lot of things going on in the world. Topics. The topics right now, a lot of guys that I know don't really keep up with the news or keep up with topics, but here's some of the topics right now we can talk about. Let's start a Q&A. Topics for discussion. We got tech and science, business, art and culture, entertainment, sports. All right. Sports, tech and science, business, art and culture, entertainment, topics for discussion. Put that in there. Boom. We'll put that there. Put that into the chat. Hopefully everybody can see that. All right. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Me, I want to look at business. So let me, depending on, I have two streams going, one vertical and one horizontal. So let's put that right there. Well, bam. All right. Let's check on business right here. We're going to take this screen and stick it over here because, to be fair, this computer monitor looks like straight dookie. I need to replace it. It's just a TV. It's just a TV, but okay. So we have that stocks and business. What's up, guys? Right through here. Man, that resolution does not look good. Settings. Oh, no wonder the quality's at 360. Man, my quality should be better than that. Let's put the quality at 720. Yeah, there we go. Does that mean the 720 quality will look good over here too? It's just I didn't have it set right. Can it do 720? Let's see. I guess it can. So it doesn't look as good. All right, so we have this. And we also are going to go back into stock twits. We'll have Dataroma up. We'll have FinViz up. And then also stock twits. Or is that the one I have over here? Stocknews.com. It's either them or stock twits, one of the two. Market beats. There we go. Quantum computing stock may be closer to a breakout than you think. Guys, that's really important in case you don't know. Quantum computing is pretty interesting. Market predictors by performance sector. Right. This is a heat map, which is kind of cool. Allow. If you don't know, Market Beat is a pretty good website you can use down here. Also like FinViz. For those who care. I don't know if you guys can see on the screen here, but FinViz is also a really good tool. Let me move my giant head out of the way. FinViz is a really good tool too. As you can see here on FinViz, it's kind of telling you, it's showing you like the top movers and tickers, top gainers, top losers, unusual volume. These are things you want to look at when you're picking day trades or swing trades. Not necessarily as important when you're doing long-term trading, but it is something that it's something I pay attention to. By the way, guys, I am in the chat. I'm looking into the chat, see what everybody's up to. 7:40 out here on a Friday. Hope you're having a great day. And yeah, we are rocking and rolling. Rocking and rolling on a Friday. I'm going to share this to my Facebook real quick. Let me go ahead and put this on my Facebook real quick. All right, let me go ahead and put this on here. Share on there. Well, bam. What's up, guys? It's Mind Music Muscle. We are live. Period. Got any questions about stocks, business, just need to talk to someone, having a rough day, come check it out. We go over a variety of subjects and we are live. Here's the link below. All right. I don't want another video to be copyrighted. I've had so many deleted. Yeah. All right, guys. So what's going on in the world, right? This is one of my favorite tools. If you don't know, it's Perplexity. I pay for a subscription for it. I think you should do the same. Anyways, tech and science business. So there's a lot going on in the world, but let's go ahead and double click on business here. And let's go over here, topics. Exxon warns oil inventories could hit records low within weeks. So that's pretty important, guys. That's actually really important because when it comes to the market, and what I will do here is I've got a lot of stuff running through my so we're going to pull this out, roll that out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my Thinkorswim real quick. Boom, boom, generic beats. I'm going to have Thinkorswim up real quick. Definitely don't need that. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Thinkorswim, and then if you guys need me to break down a stock, I will break it down for you. So, I am into the chats here. All right. So, Senior Vice, so this was published 30 minutes ago. This is pretty interesting. So we're going to take this probably and look at this. Very, very important. Exxon warns oil inventories could hit records low within weeks. Remember, guys, oil is very important, especially when it comes to stocks. Okay. And oils, I believe, is under industrials and utilities, XLU and XLI, which I have right over here up on the board. Remember, it's pretty simple. When oil prices are lower, right? There's prices of gasoline, but when the price of gasoline goes down, people have more money. And when people have more money, they have more consumer discretionary that they can buy. So some of the things you always want to pay attention to in the market, some of the things you always want to pay attention to. Always pay attention to oil. Always pay attention to the bond and the interest rates. When interest rates are high, it's harder to get a loan. When interest rates are lower, it's easier to get a loan. So that's a balancing rate. So the bonds, the interest, and oil. So let's see here. Speaking at Sanford 40th anniversary, New York on May 28th. Looks like Chapman said the exact thing, could debate 2 weeks. The largest supply distribution in history. That's pretty interesting. So in March, the IEA, so this stems from the closure right here of the Strait of Hormuz, which has shut in more than 11 million. Let me pull this up a little bit so I can see it a little easier. Maybe easier for you guys to see. IEA approved the release of 400 million barrels. Ooh, guys, oil is always going to move the market. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss any chats. All right, cool. All right. I'm pretty sure it's Friday it's Friday night at 7 o'clock here on the Eastern Coast. Chevron CEO warns oil shortage loom. Chevron CEO Mike Wirth warned Thursday that vessels transiting the Strait of Hormuz continue to face attacks. That was published 10 hours ago. Let's see here. Let's see here. My question is going to be, how is this going to be affected? Let me log in real quick here. My question is always, how will this be affected? How will this affect other things in the market? What is this? What? That should be the password, right? All right, we're logging into Thinkorswim now. So I'm going to ask a follow-up question with this. And this is how you can use this tool, how will this affect the price of oil in the U.S. market? Tickers like WTI or USO. Is this good or bad for the current price? And then you can do that, right? Then you put that in, and then you can ask it. So this is something I teach you guys, right? I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid money to teach you this, but when Thinkorswim comes up over here, you're going to see I've got the chart kind of plotted over here. Let me go ahead and pull this up. 1 second. Pop this over here. Pull this over here. Come on. I think I'm running my computer's running on fumes. One of these days I'm going to get a new one. But I've got my charts up right here, right? So I don't know if you guys can see it too well, but I've got my charts up here on the computer, right? So I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. Okay. And I have another chart right here. By the way, some guys were asking me if I'm going to play my piano. Yes, I will play my piano later if you guys ask. For some reason, you guys always seem to like it when I play my piano. And I do enjoy my piano, so thank you. Live chat. No way, Philly, yo, buddy. You are missing your vertical chats. Am I? I'm missing the vertical chats. Let's see here. Am I missing the vertical chats? I might. Let's see. What's up, Battle? Well, I have this one here. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, see, because I have two laptops over here now, so I have 3 laptops. Technically, I have 4 and a tablet. So anyways, yes, sir. Okay. Well, so I now see all the vertical chats from Cameron Casanova, so I guess when I do this, I have to have one chat screen for my horizontal and one chat screen for my vertical. Sorry about that. Cameron Casanova, I see you. I see you, my favorite moderator, my battle That's for stopping by, Mastermind. Have a great weekend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mastermind, hey, sorry about that. I was missing my chats in there. So yeah, for you guys who are on the phone, I've got one laptop looking at you guys from the vertical and then the horizontal. Keep in mind, the Streamlabs is still new to me. And what's funny is when I put the chats on Streamlabs, it doesn't show up. So, okay, now I'm in here. Maybe that's my feeling, like a rerun. Thanks for stop. Hey, Mastermind, if you're still in here, thank you for coming in. Have some focus on it. OBS isn't platform. Am I wrong? I'm using Streamlabs. Okay. I have now, brother. Thank you, G. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bum, bum, bum. This generic beat is like, I've listened to it so much. It's just like, all right, guys. Shout out to No Way Affiliated for letting me know that I was missing out on that. I am looking at both of y'all's now, though, so cool. Thanks for the thumbs ups. So, I guess what I need to do then is I need to take this. What I need to do is put half my screen here with the chats and then duplicate this, go live, and then put half the screen on this other one right here. And yeah, I just have to have both chats up. It is what it is. Thanks, boss. I gotta say, I'm so glad people are willing to help me out, because yeah, once I get going, I get so tunnel visioned in that it's like, But yeah, I see a giant stream of chat. It's so funny though, man. It's so funny. I thought that you would think that with the Streamlabs, I would see the chats from both of them. By the way, this is kind of disgusting, but it's just a random thing. So you see this? I'm going to get my camera over here so you guys can see. You see this TV right here? I bought this TV at a Goodwill, and I think it was infested with cockroaches. I had to kill like 12 cockroaches that crawled out of the abyss on the back, so I sprayed it down. That was really nasty. So, but yeah, we got Perplexity up here going through the news. Now we have the chats over there. I got 2 laptops over here. One for each of you guys. One for each one of you bad, bloody, awesome folks. There's my chicken. And yeah, over here, this is the master plan. So for you guys who want to take a screenshot of this, hopefully you can see it. That is the master plan, right? The master plan right there. That is the formula I'm using to trade stocks. However, even though I love to day trade and I love to swing trade, I have been tracking my results. And what I have found, I make my best results when I only day trade a few key companies. But like I've already told you guys, my long-term portfolio has grown extremely well in the last 10 years. And what I've noticed is, I think it makes more sense to take strategic small caps every now and then, but I'm going to just keep hedging, adding to my key positions, and when I make a certain amount of profit, trim the profit, and then rotate into small caps that are above $10 in equity. And my results have been doing a lot better doing that. So thank you, Goat. Thank you, Cameron Casanova. Mastermind. See you in there. Cool. Guys, it's your favorite coach and entrepreneur. I have a raccoon on my shirt, in case you were wondering. And because my eyes are looking at computers so much, I'm going to be wearing these yellow lensed glasses. I got to say, it does make a great difference. All right. So, is there anything on your mind? I know No Way Affiliated is in the stocks. Doc Holliday. Yes, sir. So, my question to you guys, I try to put into the chat, what is interesting to you guys? Because I got Perplexity up here. For you guys who don't know, this is Perplexity Pro. It's pretty sweet. I really enjoy it. I also have Dataroma up What the hell? Get away from me. For those of you that don't know, for those of you who don't know and who like to invest in stocks, I really recommend Dataroma. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to put it in the chat real quick. I do not get any money. This is a free service. Be sure to use Dataroma as a tool. Make sure you use Dataroma. That is a very good source. So basically, you can look at super investors' profiles and you can look at what the top most common stocks owned are, key stocks, what people are buying, the big bets, and yeah, it's pretty good. Which is kind of funny because the biggest buys last quarter were not Micron University, or Micron, were not microchips, MU. Man, I think the music's a little loud. So, that is a very good site. Now, getting back to this is what's interesting. I'm trying to figure out the best play, and maybe I'll pick your brain, No Way Affiliated. I want to know what is the best play for oil, because basically it says right here, I was talking to Perplexity, if the Chevron CO warns oil shortages loom as the Hormuz attack persists. This means for WTI, the Strait of Hormuz handles close to 20% of global oil supply. So disruption there mechanically tightens up the global barrel balance and lift benchmark prices, including WTI. Okay. WTI around the mid-90s with further upside is a disruption as long as the private. So what is the price of WTI right now? That's what I want to know. And I could pull it up on my phone, but I've got my charts up right here. So I'm just going to take one big chart. Give me 1 second. We'll pull it up over here. We're going to pull up WTI. Which, if you don't know what WTI is, offshore oil drilling. Okay. Let me pull this back over here. I'm just setting up my charts real quick. Style, load style, chart A. Take away the level 2. Okay. See, now I have this up right here. This is WTI. Okay. So if we look at WTI, let's see, looking at the chats, Doc Holiday, thank you, thank you, thank you. Do those glasses really help? I stare at Mars. Yes, they absolutely do. I like Chevron. It doesn't move too much, but has a little dividend. Yeah, well, I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. You're not investing in Chevron for the dividend. Although I think its dividend is pretty good. Yeah, by the way, the yellow blue light lenses are a game changer for me. 100%. You just need to make sure that the material is at least a certain quality. So this is WTI. So I know that you guys can see it on the computer view, on the phone view. I'm going to pull it down real quick. This is WTI. And if you're wondering right through here, that is my big old head. I'm going to get that out of the way. So basically, what we got here, it looks like I wouldn't necessarily short oil, but what you can see is oil pushed up. And this is an MACD, and what we're looking at is a weekly chart. So I've got the weekly chart up here. So this is a weekly chart going over that. The 3-year weekly chart. So what I'm seeing here is exactly 2 things are going to happen. We could continue to push up a little bit, but it's definitely in a downtrend, because what you see right here, let me make sure you guys can see this on the phone. What you see right here is the MACD is green, 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 and we're kind of overextended. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also put a relative strength index, because I'm still old school. I love a relative strength index. So I'm going to go down to my study. By the way, if anyone's not using Thinkorswim, it is a great tool. So I'm going to go to Add Study, go up here to All Studies. These are all the studies they have built in. So I'm going to go to a relative strength index and RSI, which will be somewhere over here. There it is. Relative strength right here. Well, bam. So you can see here on the relative strength, we're kind of right into the middle, right? So what I see here looking at this is definitely a downtrend. And then maybe right about here, maybe you could add on a little bit around 278. So if you were doing futures contracts, you'd want to take a future contract long right about here. And I'll show you why. Let me look into the chats here. Sounds good. Thanks for coming in. By the way, I do think that you're going to get a chance to add to your Chevron or USO supply in the future. But short term, I would definitely be bearish. This is the mark you want to add right here, just so you can see. This is the mark right here. That's where you want to add. And that's where you'd want to add. That's where the first time I would add. Right here. Just a changed way he feels. That's a copyrighted song. He knows he's gonna go. Well, it ain't no woman in flesh and blood. It's that damned old rodeo. The damned old rodeo. YouTube, don't ban me again. All right, looking at the chats. Cool. Thank you, No Way Affiliation. Thank you. But that is oil right there. That is WTI. So, you know, we're going to pull up the article right here that we were just looking at. Right through here. Okay. The Strait of Hormuz close to 20% of the oil supply. What it means for USO? USO is to track the daily percentage from month. So a structured WTF level of intraday swings are generally bullish for its price. So in the short term, this is good for the current price of USO. Support to bullish, but USO is still a flawed, long duration vehicle and very vulnerable to fast givebacks. So this is what I would say. I would say, what's the best way to invest in oil in the market? Oh shit, sorry. I don't know how that happened. You just go into Perplex and say, what's the best way to invest in oil then for U.S. equities other than futures, right? And you can put that in there, and this will show you exactly how to do it. That are not ETFs. ETFs are okay, but I'd rather own the asset outright. Yeah, pretty much Chevron and XOM. So if we come up here and go XOM, see, it looks exactly the same. XOM looks exactly like WTI. You see how it looks almost Chevron, CHEV. Uh-oh. What is this? CHE. Chev. I'm trying to remember what Chevron's. I guess, I mean, you could go USO too. I mean, USO is right here. I mean, you look right here, you can see firsthand. You know, if you, I mean, look at this. If you would have invested in oil earlier, thanks for stopping in, brother. If you would have invested in oil, we'll pull this up. This is January 2026. You would have made double your money on oil in less than 6 months. That's insane. Right now, the current market, we'll look at the 1 year, 1 daily chart. I've already got it plotted up over here. You see how we kind of, let me redraw these lines. Let's clear drawing set. Yes. Okay. This would be the path for oil. Okay. You see how we just kind of had this little bitty channel that's going up here? Well, bam. Then you have a channel right here. Well, bam. That's kind of like your channel, right? It's not a perfect channel, give or take. This right here is one of your supports. So I would definitely be taking big bets on oil right around there. In case you're curious, that is how you would chart oil. Hope that makes sense. Let me see if you guys can see me, because I know a lot of people come on the vertical chat, but that's kind of what oil looks like, right? Definitely probably going to come lower to a downswing, and when you look at the price right through here, yeah, there's also something over here called the ATR. I'll show it to you. All studies. It's called the average true range. It's usually right here. The ATR. The ATR is the average true range of the stock. The ATR is a great study tool. See how this is the average true range of the position? Anyways. Edit studies. We have the average true range, and then you can always put in an MACD, which still is one of my favorites. Apply. Save as set. Set A for alpha. Save. Okay. So yeah, so now you see you have an average true range being high, which is overextended, coming into a dip. So that is for USO. It's going to look the same as WTI. All right. Well, looks like not too many people are coming in asking for stock picks. So what I may do, I'm probably going to go into my phone. What I'm probably going to do is go into my phone here. And since a lot of people come look on my phone, I feel like it's now time to play some piano. I know a lot of you guys like it when I play my piano, so I'm going to play it. We'll put this over here. Got it right there. Then we'll take this little bad boy and go whoop-bam. Y'all should be able to see when I play right there, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. Whoop-bam. Put that there like that. Then we got this right here. Smart life. There we go. Then we got that one. Got the other red light. All the way bright. Something like that. Yeah, sure. All right. We'll cut this down. We got this right here. Let's see. Y'all should be able to hear when I do this. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Let's see. Y'all should be able to hear when I do this. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me just grab one of these books. And if I put the book like that and then stick that underneath, I'm thinking that should work. Let's see if this works better. Oh, what's up, Jesse? Oh, yes, I forgot. I'm supposed to be Jesse. I got to make sure I cut the volume down on my phone. What's up? How are you? I think I can see you. I can see the chats. Probably better to stick this light from the back. I'm guessing. Zane! Zane yourself. By the way, that's WTI crude oil in the background. In case anybody was curious, it's WTI in the background. E! Let's see. Minor 3, so the 6, so it's going to go 4. Let's see. That won't sound as good. or Zane yourself. What's up, Zane yourself? Know if y'all can see both of my pianos. Anyways, guys, I was talking about UTI stock earlier. That's what's on the screen on my computer over there. Now I'm just chilling with some piano. I am looking at the chat over here. I got the chat up on the other screen. That's basically the price of oil up on the screen. I plotted it out for you. I definitely think oil is going to be a good investment. It could drop off, but yeah, I'm thinking that it's not a bad investment. A little bit overextended, but we did get a pullback. So let me know if you have any questions. I was just kind of looking at it over there. All right, thumbs up. Can't really see who's in the chat there. Let's see here. What's up, guys? I am in the chat looking at the phone. Hope everyone's doing well. We went live earlier, or we still live. We talked about WTI and a couple things in the stocks. We've got the vertical and horizontal view up there. Hope everyone's having a great day. I'm Coach Chris. If you've seen me out and about floating around, then you know I'm a bit of an eccentric, eclectic individual, and I love to go live and talk to people around the world. So you are in the right place if you want to have a good conversation. I am looking here. I'm looking at the chats on the phone, and I am just practicing some piano on a Friday night because it's raining outside. About the only thing I'm going to have to do is lock up the chickens here soon. So, hope everybody can hear okay. Right now I've got a choir over here and a couple sounds. But I'm going to take those off for a second and just play something nice like... Put a chat in the stream. I am looking at it on my phone over here. Making up a song as I go. So 1 and 2. Looks like it's time to close up the chickens. And we are back. We're back, guys. Camera's over there. Put that right there. Pretty sure it's going to look better when I do it like this. Normally it does. I think so. All right. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm just stepping on my microphone cord, apparently. Apparently that's what I'm doing. Anyways, and we're back. All right. Pop that sucker there. All righty. Alrighty, alrighty. Okie dokie. Still don't quite like that vantage point. I still think the better vantage point is like right here. Ish. Give or take. Give or take a little bit. Get focused back in. Put this light over here. I think that should work good. Alrighty, alrighty. Oh, snap. That's not good. Hello, guys. I just dropped the camera and smashed it all over the ground, but that happens sometimes. Anyways. Put this here. Just doesn't quite fit just right. Still doesn't quite fit just right. Maybe it's better just to be right there. All right, guys, and we're here. And we're back. Did I miss everything? What's up, sir? How are you? Oh, look, it's Chess Devil. You said, where are you? Chess Devil, I see you in there.
If you're looking for a
Chess Devil in the house. See, this one says, where are you? And when I come into this chat, I don't see the chat. So that means when I go into my phone to do this, I realized something today, Chess Devil. I'm doing 2 streams. I'm not trying to, but I'm doing 2 streams. I don't see the chat. So my main chat screen that I've had in the past I have a vertical and a horizontal. I'm dual streaming. But what I've noticed is I can only see the chats on one of them, so I fixed it. So now I can see your chats, guys. What's up, Chess Devil? I see you in there. Hope you can hear me okay. Hope the volume's good. Let me cut some copyright-free music on real quick. Crump music. Copyright-free. Let's see. 1 second. All right, guys, welcome back into the chat. I got some indie reggae type music, but it's copyright free. I see a chat that says, where are you? I am in cyberspace, my friend. So what I'm doing here is I'm going over articles, showing you how I kind of look for some stuff. I'm using Perplexity in case anyone's curious. Perplexity is a great tool. What's a better view? That one like that? Maybe like this. There we go. Cheers, it's time for a Pepsi. 24 milligrams of caffeine. Cheers, stream. Okie dokie, let's get to it. Let's get to it. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups.
Get to it.
Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thanks for the thumbs ups. Thank you for the thumbs ups. Chevron CEO warns oil shortages. Yeah, that's pretty big. I was looking at the price of oil earlier. I have it up on the screen right here, so you can see. For y'all, for those of you who invest in the market, I have plotted out WTI or USO. That is my interpretation of the current market. I've plotted it out right there, just so you can see. Never say Coach Chris doesn't bring you the value to the channel. For those of you who invest in the market, I have plotted out WTI or USO. That is my interpretation of the current market. Something else I'm looking at. Something else I'm looking at, guys. You may not know this. Never say Coach Chris doesn't bring you the value to the channel. So we've got WTI right there, right? We've got CRM. Something else I'm looking at. Something else I'm looking at, guys. You may not know. So what I can do is I can right click here and maximize sell. And then wha-bam. Right click. Load up drawing set. I can load up my style. Load style chart A. Look at this beautiful chart. You see that? What a beautiful chart CRM is. 180-day 4-hour chart. We just broke a triple peak, so we probably will take profit. Wow. Yeah, we just went above this point right here. Went up to here. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, we just went above this point right here. Look at that. Went up to here. Look at that. Look at that! 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 CRM, another good one to look at. Short term for CRM. You guys on your playlist. Short term, look for a pullback off CRM, which is Salesforce, but don't let it fool you. We just hit my marker right here, and it looks like we're starting the beginning of an up channel. Short term for CRM. You guys on your playlist. Short term, look for a pullback off CRM, 180-day 4-hour chart. We just hit my marker right here, and it looks like we're starting the beginning of an up channel. Looks like the thing is, here's the thing, guys. When you have, let's see, check this out. We are going to pull back up this, and we're going to go back to discovery. Let's just come into perplexity right here, and let's just go to top stories, all this stuff. Well, let's just go here, right? Let's go to new, and I'm going to say CRM looks to be getting ready for a bull market run. Is CRM still in people's retirement? I don't even have to spell it right because I'm lazy, but watch this. So CRM is still widely held in long-term portfolios, index funds, large caps, core growth, but its place in retirement holding is more nuanced today given underperformance volatility. The ETF holdings data shows CRM is still a meaningful position in rich tech, large caps, and broad ETFs common in 401 IRA lineups. All right. The ETF holdings data shows CRM is still a meaningful position in rich tech, large caps, and broad ETFs common in 401 IRA lineups. I mean, basically, you have a leader in the SaaS space, right? So I'm going to do this. Cut this. Ooh. I mean, basically, you have a leader in the SaaS space, right? So I'm going to do this. Cut this. I mean, basically, you have a leader in the SaaS space, right? See if I can remember. I usually do this all from my phone. See if I remember my login stuff. I might be blocked from my own Facebook. See if I can remember this. I usually do this all from my phone. See if I remember my login stuff. I might be blocked from my own Facebook. See if I can remember this. I usually do this all from my phone. See if I remember my login stuff. I might be blocked from my own Facebook. Anyways, I'll get to that later. Right through here. What is this right here? Anyways, this is kind of what I was getting at, guys. It doesn't really matter. This is what I'm getting at right here. Anyways, I'll get to that later. So, basically what I'm getting at is, guys, if you came into the chat, I was breaking down CRM. This is a stock that's recently pushed up. I am looking at the chats, guys. But CRM is Salesforce, right? And I'm in Thinkorswim over here. And for those of you who are on the vertical, I'm going to realign so you can see.
we had a really big push, but this big push is coming after a long sell-off. So anybody who's investing, we've had a long sell-off. Check this out. See that red line I drew right up here? Right up here? It's crazy.
I feel like this volume is crazy.
Pull this down. So basically what I'm seeing is lots of opportunity. We've had a high as 296, and we're currently at 192 down here. So I think CRM, because we just broke this level right here, and the level that it broke was right here. 1, 2, so it's basically like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a top right here, and once we broke this level right here, I'll show you guys over here. Once we broke this level right here, so you can see it down here. Once we kind of broke this level, we pushed up further. So that is probably right here where we broke off from this high point. That was a resistance point, and now that's going to turn into a new support. So I think CRM is a very good stock. And I was looking at Perplexity over here, and Perplexity seems to kind of agree with me. So that's good. So we're definitely going to add CRM to the portfolio. Something else that I was looking at was Now. Let me come back here. NOW. Let me restore my slides here. By the way, guys, I am in the chat. Feel free to put anything up into the chat. I like to talk about a lot of things here, but I also like going over stocks, like helping the community out. NOW Now. ServiceNow. Holy moly. We're just getting started. What a great chart. So right click, maximize sell. We're going to take Now. Remember, we always want to look at things like a 3-year weekly. Oh yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let me come down here so you guys can see it. Look at this. ServiceNow has been as high as 239. It's currently, it popped down at 816.24. So the rule of 3, guys, this is my theory in stocks. The rule of 3. So the high point was 2.4. So imagine 816.24. When good companies pull back divided by 3, that's kind of right near a Fibonacci. So ServiceNow has pushed up past this point. I don't know if you can see it over here. ServiceNow pushed up to 120, pulled back, and now we broke that 120. So when we sold off, you're looking at where it's at right now, currently 124. You could push all the way up to 140, and if then you can break through 140, oh my gosh, you've got a lot to run. So I, in my own personal portfolio, I bought some of Now, and I bought some of CRM. What a beautiful and glorious time to invest in the market. Beautiful and glorious time to invest into the market. All right. All right, what else we got? Let's see what else I have. Let's go back in here to Perplexity. Really dig in Perplexity. Download Comment. What is Comment? Okay.
Chess Devil, I see you. Yeah, so I'm downloading Comment.
What's up, guys? It's your favorite coach and entrepreneur, Coach Chris. I'm downloading Comment real quick, which is part of Perplexity, breaking down some stocks. In case you guys are curious, I got some stocks. When I say stocks, what I mean is there's a lot of good companies that are really on sale right now, and I'm just trying to share that information with you. So anybody that comes into the chat, I've got stocks up. You can talk to me about anything. I just try to come in here and be real. Now, I am downloading what is called Comment. So Comment is a new AI-powered browser from Perplexity, not the backup software or manga app. Okay, so Comment is Chromium-based web browser with Perplexity's AI built in. Okay, well, I'm downloading it here because I got the Perplexity Pro, and I can tell you, I have loved Perplexity, guys. Perplexity is so much better than ChatGPT, and when you get Perplexity, you actually get ChatGPT built in. So, let me get this music a little bit better for a stream. I am looking at the chats. Feel free, put something in the chat, guys. All right, that should be better. Launch comment. I don't know if I want to launch a comment. It sounds like something's coming to Earth. Well, for those of you that don't know, this is Comment. I just downloaded it. I haven't used Comment yet. Let's see here. All right, so you can import. I think I'll do this later. I'll do that later. Your profile name. Definitely dark profile. What's my profile name? Well, obviously, obviously it's Mind Music Muscle, obviously. Mind Music Muscle. All right. Continue. All right, make comment your default browser, open settings. Yeah, so any of you guys in the chat, have y'all played with Perplexity? Because to me, it is absolutely awesome. Absolutely love it. Set as default, Google Chrome, choose default, choose Edge, comment. There we go. We're going to put that. Okie dokie. That should be there. What's up, guys? One last start comment.
Yeah, Perplexity asked me to start comment download, so I did. Sign in with Google. That's cool. Put this here. Now you guys know my email address. But you don't know my PIN. Uh-oh. Apparently I don't either. What's up, guys? Would you like to pin? Yes.
So no more ads, focus on what matters. The internet is better with comment. So apparently comment, which I'll put right up here, comment is something I downloaded from Perplexity. Yo, Cowboy Christian McCarthy. What's up, Cowboy? How are you, Cowboy? What's up, brother? What you up to? It's raining over here in Georgia. What's up, Cowboy?
Let me give Cowboy a shout out in here in the chat. I'm downloading Comment, which is new AI software through Perplexity to help me manage some tasks. Hi, Cowboy. Cowboy Christian McCarthy. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. There we go.
Happy Friday. Yo, yo, yo. There we go. So set as default. So basically you can browse without ads. I'm paying. See Comment Assistant in action. So this is a little video for anyone who cares. Let me pull this because I'm streaming on 2 platforms here. So this is the Comment. So if you guys wanted to know anything about what Comment is, so what you can do with Comment now is you can do an assistant, ask anything, summarize, find that moment, and delegate a task. So what tasks can this Perplexity Comment do now?
Because if you're anything like me, guys, I'm always looking at stuff. I'm always researching, especially for my stock portfolio. And Cowboy, are you investing in stocks? I can't remember if you invest in stocks, Cowboy. If you do, or if you invest any of your money in stocks in the market, let me know because I got some picks for you right here. See right through here? I was breaking down oil and a few other picks. So if you have any picks or curious, let me know and I'll break some of those down for you. If not, that's okay too. Cheers with a Pepsi. Ooh. There we go. Ooh, maybe better like that. Okie dokie. Yo, Cowboy Christian McCarthy. I'm in the chat. Alrighty. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It's raining. Discover. Let's see what's going on. So that's good news. You look right here, kind of going through everything, saying Bitcoin rebounds as Trump signals. Oh, really? I want to see that. I'm probably going to open up my Robinhood portfolio then, so I can see that. I guess I don't have to open it up on the stream. First off, I never open up my portfolio on the stream, but it says Bitcoin rebounds. This was 5. Oh, it couldn't be that far. Danish pension fund blacklist SpaceX ahead of IPO. Why would a pension fund blacklist that? Poor governance practices and excess valuations, according to Reuters. Well, yeah, I mean, for you guys who don't know, for anyone who doesn't know, SpaceX IPO is going to be pretty intense when it opens. Right? You just look at the facts. Quick facts about the SpaceX IPO opening. And you can see, I think it's like 1.8 or $2 trillion market cap. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Here are the key facts, okay? So around June 12th, okay? So you guys can see here. I'm going to buy a bunch of the SpaceX IPO personally. I'm going to put as much money as I can in it because I'm telling you right now, for you guys who don't know, let me just put a reminder of you what Tesla did. And I know it's not the same, but I'm just going to pull up a chart right here, right, with my Thinkorswim. Shout out, guys, if you're enjoying some of this content, give me a thumbs up. All I ask is that you give me a thumbs up. We're just going over the news, but I wanted to show you guys just a reminder of why I'm investing in the IPO SpaceX. Just take a look over the 3-year weekly chart, what Tesla has done. And look at this, okay? I don't care about... There's lots of things in the market that are hard to understand, okay? But look what Tesla has done, okay? Do not forget that everything that Elon Musk seems to touch, for whatever reason, seems to turn to gold. So why would you bet against his space baby? Look, guys, Elon Musk is kind of a crazy guy, without a doubt. But you're going to bet against... Look, June 12th, 2026, the IPO is opening up, all right, with pricing potential around June 11th, okay? If you're a young guy and you're in this chat, I would very, very, very much consider investing in the SpaceX IPO. Now, here's the thing. If you don't want to own it directly, you could also invest in what they call NASA. And I'll pull that up right here, which is NASA. Right? No, you can't see it. This is NASA. NASA is an ETF. If you don't know what an ETF is, it's basically a bundle stock deal. NASA wouldn't be a bad one to get into. Right? You can see overall it's had some last 10 days, 30 days. But when I'm looking at a stock chart, I like to look at the 180-day 4-hour chart. 180-day 4-hour chart. You know, that's a solid 6 months. That's a solid channel. And when you look down here, you can see the MACD is actually getting ready for what looks to be a nice push. So, yeah, doesn't seem to be a bad investment. Teach their own, though. Teach their own. Teach their own. Restore selves. Yeah. Right? Just a simple man out here doing God's work. That's it. Just a simple man doing God's work. That's all. All right. We got USO. We got CRM. We got NASA. We got WTI. We got USO. All sorts of stuff to look at over here. All sorts of fun stuff. By the way, feel free to come into the chat. I love it when you guys engage with me. We talk about a lot of things on this chat. But the market chatter and the style leaks put a 50 to 100 billion. So pre-IPO shares a bit above $120 per share, implying a very large pre-order evaluation. So we're going to take the how SpaceX makes money and is it overvalued, right? All you gotta do is type something like that into Perplexity, right? And now SpaceX is going to tell you right here. SpaceX makes most of its money from launches and its Starlink internet service. Bingo! Guys, think about everybody that you know that's using Starlink, and Starlink is growing. Starlink is basically internet that provides for the world. Anyone on the planet can get an internet connection with a Starlink. So essentially, SpaceX is an investment into Starlink, which seems to be a pretty good investment. Right. Starlink global satellite internet servers consumer. So recent numbers estimate put 2025 revenue in the mid-teens of billions, around 15 to 19 billion, with profit roughly 7 to 8 billion in 2025 before big AI and XAI spending. So the way I see it is SpaceX. Everybody thinks SpaceX is going to make money from rockets. No, it spends a lot of money building technology that they can sell to NASA, but it makes its money from Starlink. So what I think is it's a good investment. So the IPO values it at 1.5 to $2 trillion, which is 90 to 125 times its trailing sales. But that's extremely high and it's extremely risky. But guys, when does the market make sense? The market never makes sense. I'm calling SpaceX IPO a buy. Could SpaceX IPO be the next Google? See, SpaceX has upside to become a tier 1 tech compounder, but at the IPO's valuation is far more speculative than Google was in 2004. Yeah, SpaceX moat launch cost leadership. It's definitely risky, without a doubt, SpaceX. But the Starlink plus the orbital computing, I think that makes SpaceX a big buy. Some people disagree with me, but that is okay. That is the beauty of the market. The beauty of the market is so. All right, so let's go over here back to finance, discovery, looking at the market here. For you guys who don't know, Dell Technology post monster quarter. The stock of Dell's up 150%. I was talking about a lot of these semiconductor stocks in the past. I'm telling you guys, all you had to do was come into my channel, come into some of the lives, and I would have told you those picks. They're on the record. So, and I didn't even ask for any money. I didn't even ask for you guys to pay me to do it. I just come here and talk to you. We talk about a lot of things on this channel, but that's just crazy.
Like, it is insane the amount of money being fled into this market. So crude oil slides nearly 2%.
Right. Well, when you look over here, I'm going to pull this up. When you look over here at WTI, right click, maximize. You can see firsthand, this is WTI. So you can see how it slid. Let's go up to a 180-day, 4-hour chart. This is it right here, and I will make it so it's easier to see. Right, here we go. Nice wedge pattern right here. Definitely looking into my portfolio to add some. As we speak, I'm actually going to go add some to my portfolio right now. I'm going to go buy some WTI. Why? Well, it's not a bad idea to own oil. That's all I'll have to say. All right. Oh, never mind. Well, I think for USO. USO. And we got a little bit of oil in the works now. Cool. What the thing is, one thing I've noticed in the past when I'm investing, whenever you have a chance to get oil on sale, always buy it, because oil always comes back. Oil always comes back. Just like gold. Gold's not bad. Restore cells. GLD, right click, maximize. I am in the chats, guys. Shout out to anybody. Well, you guys got any questions, just type it. I'm looking in here. I've got both of the streams up. I can see your guys' chat. Here's the price of gold. So gold's been as high as 541. Yeah, would I buy gold right now? Anybody in the chat? Anybody own any gold stocks? Yeah, it's not my favorite. I mean, definitely a good buy right there in that dip buy. And I could definitely see a little bit of an uptrend. I definitely see it breaking above 416 and getting a little bit. But in the market where you have all the semiconductors and you have consumer discretionary, I don't think gold's as good as another one. What I do like is Celsius. Celsius, I think it is Celsius. Yeah. So you guys got to think. Celsius has been getting killed recently on the market. And when consumer discretionary, when people have extra money to buy things, they go into consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary is XLY, right? So Celsius is part of XLY, consumer discretionary, right? So if I look at the last 3 years weekly, this is basically this XLY. Is it XLY? Consumer discretionary, consumer staples. Looks like money is being flooded into XLY. And I think that that's a good sign for Celsius. CELH. And to make it very simple, Celsius sells a lot of product, and if you look down here, I'm going to grab this so you can see it. Celsius has had a big sell-off, and it's been as high as 99. And something that I do, and I want to teach you guys in the chat, is I do the rule of 3. Okay. I'm telling you, this is how it works, man. If it was $99 and you divide 99 by 3, $66 and $33 is your entry point. Divide by 3. It's kind of like similar to the Fibonacci equation. Celsius is a great buy right now, right? As a matter of fact, I am going to go into my account right now and I'm going to buy some more Celsius because I'm looking at it and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to buy some for, I'm doing a stock challenge with Trade to Pull. That's going on my list right now, and they're going to be an order bought in the morning. Yep. Oh, yeah. Probably going to buy 2 shares. Probably more, but start off with that just so I can track it. Maybe 200, something like that. Excuse me. All right, we got Celsius in there now. You said I'm doing a crime? Oh my goodness. Well, kleptic ilia. This is my disclaimer. I do not promote crime. But I will say this, either be good or be good at it. One of the two. Be good or be good at it. Anyways, you piqued my interest. What are you into? I don't think I recognize you from my channel too much. Why are you telling me, oh damn, I can't buy Celsius because I forgot it was Friday. Damn gummit. Don't worry. It's a good one. Don't do a crime, man. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's what I would say. Shout out here to kleptic ilia, whatever that means. EAP, Monday, June 6th. Nah. We gotta pick up some Celsius. We gotta pick some of that Celsius up. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking at the chart here. God, I mean, guys, look. I know you may not see it, but Celsius has so much room to grow. It's sold off. It's coming down. I think the real buy point is 21. So it might go down a little bit more because you look at the previous, well, if you guys know about stocks and support and resistance lines at all, let me come down here so you can see this. So this is a weekly chart and a 1 year. The buy is definitely right now, but even if you get in early, anywhere between $20 and $30, you're getting 3 to 1 on your money. And this is something I try to teach you. Hey, St. Jason, what's up? I guarantee you, happy Friday. I like C4. My wife likes. Okay, well, St. Jason. Well, St. Jason, you ready to make some money? St. Jason, you ready to make some money? I got a good pick for you. I got one for you, okay? This is kind of in my wheelhouse. Stocks! I knew it was coming. Shout out to St. Jason consistently saying stocks. Stocks. You ready for the play, Jason? You ready for the play, Jason? Ready to make some money, Jason? Fair enough, your wife likes C4. That's fine. She can drink C4. There's enough market share without your wife to make some money in this pick. Listen, Jason, I got a good pick for you, and I got it broken down right here, man. And I'm going to teach you a rule, man. Would you like for me to show you one of my rules? I know you like stocks. Okay, here's one. Okay. So check this out. Okay. So I have to manually move this so you can see it. Okay, this is Celsius, right? The high was 99. Okay. The high was 99, right? Now you can look at the fundamentals, and Celsius has had a big sell-off, but at the end of the day, if you look at the business as a whole, Celsius makes money. If you look at the amount of people that drink Celsius from time to time, it's pretty high. Okay. So, looking around the world, you see people drinking it, and
The fundamentals are pretty sound. But this is the rule I wanted to show you. This is something that I kind of stumbled upon after years of investing. And you could say it's based on a Fibonacci, but let's do some simple math here, Jason. The high was 99. And I'm going to show you another example of this in a second. What's 99 divided by 3? Guys, what is 99 divided by 3? Check it out. Your mind's going to blow your mind. I created this. I don't know if I created it more than I've noticed that this pattern works. What's 99 divided by 3 in the chat? It's 9:30 p.m. and I'm breaking down stocks to help everybody in the world make down money. Surely somebody in the chat will do it. Heck yeah, St. Jason said it. Okay, so check it out. When a company like Celsius shoots up, right? Let me come down here so y'all can see. When a company like Celsius has a great run and it shoots up to its highs, it's going to sell off. If you look over here, it started around 33, and then it went up to 99. Then it came back down to 33. 99, and then if you look at 66 right here is where it peaked. Check this out so you can see it on the screen. 99's right here, right? It came down, and then it peaked. I have to move this each time. And then it peaked right here, right around 66. And now it's currently at 33. Typically, these things move in Fibonacci waves of 3s, right? So, buying Celsius right now, it could go as low as 21, but anywhere between 20 and 33, 33 is your first buy point, right? That would be my first entry. And lo and behold, you can see right here, when I really zoom in, you can see we're in the middle of a convergence. And for those of you that don't know, that's a very strong buying signal. So 99 divided by 3 is 33. 33 doubled is 66. 66 plus 33 is 99. Mathematically, it's a mathematical algorithm that a lot of the institutions use. I just happened to discover it when I studied the Fibonacci's, which is what's up on my board right here. The golden ratio is 38, 50, 61, 161, 261, 361, and there's a lot of math and stuff that goes into it. But the best way to think about it is divide by 3. So anybody who has a Robinhood account or a Webull account or a Charles Schwab, I strongly recommend investing in that. What does math do for you? What doesn't math do for you? Math is the language and the power of observation. Math changed my life, and I'm not a great mathematician. Josh, thanks, Shouty. What the math does is it gives me fundamental, back-tested, repeatable data that's right more than 50% of the time. So what I'm getting at is I'm going to load up a bunch of money at 33 a share. And I predict that over time this is going to push back up to a minimum of 66. At 66, I'll sell half of my position. And so you can see why it is because of the part right over here. And at 99, that's when I would cut more and maybe leave 20% to run. Now, I want to show you another example of this. Now, St. Jason, was that pretty cool? Yeah, St. Jason, math is a universal language. You learn to speak the language of math, and I've got like 100 books on different subjects, and 20 or 30 of those books talk about the algorithms that traders are using. And sometimes trading long-term and short-term can be so difficult, but if you just divide by 3, similar to the Fibonacci, similar to the frequency in music, similar to the spiral on a conch shell in the ocean, similar to the even temperament in Western music, it's all revolves around math. You see what I'm saying? all you got to do. In no way affiliated says, I heard 69% of all statistics are completely made up. What are your thoughts? Sure. My thoughts are that sounds accurate. But the difference between hearing a statistics and back testing it and then having proven results, I would go with most people talk out their butt, but in no way affiliated. I'm glad you're back. This Celsius, and I know you like stocks, the Celsius trade follows that math. Just look at it, man. I don't know if you heard my rant. Celsius started pushing around 33. Then it doubled to 66. And then it went half of that amount of 66, which is 33, up to 99. Then it had a big pull off. So basically people doubled their money. It pushed down to around 21, and then lo and behold, it pushed up to 66 before it pulled back down. 66, and now it's back at 33. So your buy point is between 21 and 33 for a bull run to make more than 200% off your money. Now that's one example of Celsius, but it's not just Celsius, and it's easier to see this on a weekly chart. Restore sells. Oh, what is the one that was 240, 816, but it's now 80? Oh, what was it? Was it now? Yeah. Here's another example right here. I'm going to show you another one. Service now. Okay? Check it out. Service now. Check it out, guys. Once you see this, I'm literally giving you the playbook, guys. I'm literally giving you the playbook. Check this out. Okay? Service now. Okay? Started its run around what? Started its run between 80 and 100. Cool. The biggest thing is it peaked up right here. It peaked up to here. You see this peak? That peak is 240. Probably easier right here. It peaked up to 240. Then it came down, came back up. We went back down. Now, service now at 80. What is 80 times 3? Or what is 240 divided by 3? 8, 16, 24. Check that out. At 80, it started to push up. And not only is it pushing up on the chart, let me show you right here. You can see right where this convergence is, right where we started to push up was right around 80, which is 240 basically divided by 3. 8, 16, 240. So I predict service now will have a big push from 80 all the way up to 240. So you buy it, which I did, and then it pushes up to 160-ish, right? 140 to 160 is the range. That's where you'd sell half of your position. And then once we get to a new high, you could sell a quarter of your position, let 25% ride for more profit, get ready to come back down, and then divide by 3, and that's your entries. Are you into the stock market? Am I into the stock market? Well, kinda. I kinda like it. It kinda changed my life. So, yes. And that's a great question, Shorty. The thing is, anything that you buy on a daily basis, anything that you consume, you can put money into those businesses, and then every time you buy that product, some of that money goes back into your pocket. Right? So yes, and St. Jason and No Way Affiliated, they both like the market too, which is awesome. But yeah, St. Jason, you said you use ServiceNow daily. We call it Snow. That's what's up. Yeah, I actually bought a big position right at the $80 mark. And yeah, I ended up not getting filled at 80, but once it got to like 83, 84, I got some. So I'm already up like $40 a share, and we're just now getting started in a push, right? Is there a way to show the stock symbol as you review stocks? There is, but the only problem is, man, because I'm doing it. If you go onto your laptop, you should be able to see it. But right here, If I pull this up all the way over here, it's over here in the corner. You see this? Because I'm on my desktop. You see it right here? But for the chat, Josh says, if someone wanted to start a business, how would they sell their products? Well, it depends on what products they're selling, brother. I mean, you can do a lot standing on the side of the street selling candy bars to people if you start a business, but the biggest thing is to identify a problem, offer a solution, and penetrate the market. Or you could go online. You could use Shopify, Etsy, things like that. But, you know, I know a lot of people who started businesses like with food in the back of their truck. They just drove around town with barbecue and made bang. They're making $5,000, $10,000 a month cooking barbecue. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on your business model. You know what I'm saying? But in no way affiliated. It's our ticket database system I use. It's our ticket. St. Jason says it's our ticket database system. Okay, fair enough. But yeah. So anybody who just came into the chat, in case anybody missed it, I was showing the rule of 3. If you wind back, you can see it. But we had some more viewers coming here. Guys, if there's a stock that you have in mind, you can feel free to let me know. I'll pull it up in here and you can let me know and I'll break it down. But, ooh, just dropped my microphone. All right. So, let's come back here. In case you just came in, NOW Now, which is ServiceNow, CRM, which is Salesforce, Celsius. Thanks, St. Jason. I appreciate that. Use the rule of 3, man. I like the rule of 3. In case anybody doesn't know, here's a quick synopsis. You can go back in the video like 5-10 minutes ago. ServiceNow took a high at 240. It bounced down to 80. 240 divided by 3 is 80. That's your entry point. 80, 160, 240. The rules of 3s are very magical numbers. Even Nikola Tesla said, think of 369 as holding the keys to the universe and thinking of frequency and vibration. Duke? What is Duke? D-U-K? Hopefully this is a good one. Let me put it in real quick. D-U-K? I don't know D-U-K. Duke Energy? Oh. Okay, Duke Energy. Okay, let's see. $714, $1,500, $150. That's a solid chart. Duke Energy looks like a solid chart. Yeah. Pays a good dividend too. Pays a good dividend. That's the funny thing. You don't make as much money working. That's the funny thing. You don't make as much money working for another person. Yeah. That is true. But sometimes in life, you know, you may go through a phase in life where you do have to work for somebody. There's nothing wrong with working for somebody. The biggest thing is when you make money, putting your money to work in the right places in the market. That's the biggest thing you need to do. I recommend you getting a sales job. Yeah, random. So, let's see here. I mean, I don't know too much about Duke, but Duke Energy looks like a solid pick. If you want me to draw out some lines right now, I would say, I imagine that you own Duke Energy. I would imagine. You look like you're going to get a pullback, and maybe if I was going to buy some more, I would probably buy some more around $115 a share. So, yeah, I would buy some more around $115 a share. Whatever you have, my next entry would be $115, and I'll show you what I'm seeing on this chart. I'll show you what I'm seeing here. I mean, it's strong overall. It's paying a good dividend. It's consistently paying a dividend. It's in a great wedge pattern. I mean, you could buy some more at 120 or 115. Yeah. I'm just going to take this drawing right here and put this right here, make a drawing tool with BAM. Solid chart overall. Yeah, solid chart, paying a good dividend, pretty solid. I'd have to look at the fundamentals to understand more about it, but anything in the energy sector is going to be doing great. So yeah, right through here, you see I built this channel right here. All I did was take the highs and lows. My next entry point, depends on how much money you have, but I would say put maybe a little bet right here around 120, and if it breaks down below that, if it breaks below 120, it's going to fall down to around 113. So anywhere between 113 and 120, that's your liquidity level for a buy right through there. So that's what I see. Just my humble opinion. But yeah, Duke looks like a pretty good dividend payer too. It's only 134. It's paying $1.93 dividend. Yeah, solid pick. Solid pick. Let's see. Let's look at the 180-day 4-hour chart. Yeah, yep. It's kind of going to a head and shoulders. So what I think is going to happen is it's probably going to pull down to around 120 right here. And then if it, depending on the economy, what's hot, political, geopolitics. But if you ever get it to get down low, so let's say 7.4, if you ever get it to come down to 60 to $70 a share, whew, that's, let's see, not 50, 150, 40, 80, 120, 40. Yeah, if you can ever get it to come down to $40 a share, that would be amazing, but it's not because it's gone as down as 113. Yeah, that's kind of, see, each sector of the economy, if you look over here, you've got the spiders. XLC is communications, XLY is consumer discretionary, XLP consumer staples, XLE energy, XLF financials, XLV healthcare, XLI industrials, XLB. Every spider has a different characteristic. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. Great pick. Now, again, I'm going based off purely technical analysis. You still want to know the fundamentals, but any company that's consistently paying a dividend typically is limiting its own growth because that cash flow is going to the owners. They're giving you a reward for holding the stock. So sometimes you want a good dividend. You want a good dividend stock in the portfolio, but sometimes a growth stock, you don't want a dividend because the dividends, instead of paying you, could go into the company and give you more of a gain. So every company is different. When a company's in growth mode, the last thing you want to do is a dividend. But when a company's established and they've got good cash flow, then they're willing to pay out a dividend. And you're very welcome. You're very welcome. All I need is a little Pepsi, a little caffeine. Here we go. All right. Good questions in the chat today. Good questions. Now, guys, it's getting to be about 10 o'clock. I do need to be up in the morning. I need to be up in the morning around 6 o'clock. So I think I am going to... I can look up one more position real quick if you want. If you guys want, I can look up one or two more stocks maybe. But also for you guys who don't know, Perplexity Finance is really cool. I'm really digging it. By the way, here's a look at the heat map today. I have some free websites also if you guys are looking for any. If you guys are in the chat and you're looking for any free websites that I use to do research, let me know. Have a good night, St. Jason. Oh, man. You know what? Okay, before I go to bed, I am extremely interested in the SpaceX IPO. Now, I was actually just looking at it, right? I actually was just... It's valued at $1.5 to $2 trillion. It makes most of its money not through rockets, but through the Starlink. And it's going to be coming out June 12th. And I believe SpaceX is... man, the IPO... There's a lot of mixed emotions. Anytime I've ever bet against Elon Musk, I've always regretted it. So, is it overvalued? Is the evaluation fair? Absolutely not. SpaceX IPO is about 95 to 115 times its evaluation. That's extremely high. However, Tesla was very over evaluated at the same time, and look what happened to Tesla. I can only relate Elon Musk when it comes to touching businesses as like Tom Brady. I'm not saying he's perfect. No one's perfect, but geez Louise, anytime he touches a company, it blows up and just runs, and it does well in the market. At about $115 to $120 a share, I'm definitely going to own some. Okay? Oh, I got a Discord message. 1 second. From Take Profit Joe. 9:30. What traders talk about after dark? I'll tell you what I talk about after dark. I go to bed. So yeah, that's my opinions on SpaceX. Yeah, so here's the thing. No way affiliated. I would buy some. I would play it two ways, okay? You could buy some right out the gate and maybe you get lucky. Or you could wait for a pullback and then you could miss. Whatever the amount of money that you have, I would buy a little bit to see how it... Because what's probably going to happen is either going to go up or down. If it pushes up, great. Wait for a pullback, add some, maybe cut some. Or wait for a giant drop-off. And then... Because sometimes when IPOs come out, people buy and there's a giant drop. And it scares people and then it bounces up. So be prepared for a lot of initial volatility, but after it picks up steam, I mean, I think it's going to be the largest IPO ever put into the market. I do know a Dutch bank earlier refused to put SpaceX in its retirement, a Dutch bank, and BlackRock is warning some things for SpaceX. But with Elon Musk at the helm, and how many of you guys use Starlink? Starlink is how it makes most of its money. SpaceX. Oh, and one other thing. If you want exposure to it, buy into low for sure. There's a last thing before I go to bed. I always say that. NASA, NASA. NASA is an ETF for aerospace. I believe NASA. Funny name. It's right here. This is the NASA chart. I'm going to show it to you real quick. I believe SpaceX is going to be part of the NASA ETF. So even though I talk a lot of doo-doo on ETFs, but at the end of the day, I still own ETFs. I think ETFs are a great way. All I'm saying is that when you own an ETF, you should still own the top of the stock, the leaders of it individually as well. Because that's where you're going to make more money. ETFs, they're good, a lot better than mutual funds, but this is the NASA stock. NASA is prime and between 38 and 45 a share. I think when the SpaceX IPO is added to it, it could boost this. So if you don't want to directly own it, you want a little bit less exposure, go for the NASA ETF, NASA. St. Jason, that's the way you do it. What does this say? Wait a second. What you said? Why did you mess up on the Meta IPO? Well, so yeah, well, St. Jason, that's okay. But when it goes low, it's like a sell. As long as you got a good company, look. If you're involved in a good company, you should be excited when the share goes down. The thing to do it is you should buy when it goes up, trim a little bit of profit, and then reinvest that profit either back into the same equity or put it into a small cap that's up and coming. It's like a plant. You grow the plant, it grows, it produces fruit, you eat some. Oh no, there's no more fruit left. Oh no! You don't get worried. You know there's more fruit coming. If you pick the right businesses, it's really good when there's a pullback. It's really good because that's a healthy business. It's healthy when people buy and sell. It's a healthy thing for that to happen. You know. Good shenan. Yep. Very good. All right. Well, on that note, I want to hear your Meta story on another time. You said you messed up the Meta IPO. Brother, I've sold way too early. When I first started investing, I had this habit of okay, let me tell you what I did when I first started investing. I would let my runners run, I would let my losers run, and I would cut my winners short. That is the opposite strategy. So now what I do is I buy a bunch of companies, and when I'm wrong, if it's a good company, I might buy in a couple pullbacks. But typically when I'm right, I let my runners run, and when I'm wrong, I cut my losers. If anybody that's in the chat, anybody that's first starting, and I'm going to go to bed after this, the biggest thing I can tell you is protect your profits. Just hit base hits. When you're in a position and it's great, these are the things that you want to do. Uh-oh. All right, guys. I am going to call it a night. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next stream. Maybe I'll do another stream tomorrow. God bless you all. Thank you for everything. Have a great night, and thank you for everybody who contributed. If you like this style of stock breakdown and talking about business, tell a friend, tell your grandma, tell your dog, tell your sister, tell your brother, tell everybody you can.